Construction is necessary on college campuses but has many aspects that are often overlooked. One of these aspects is the value and protection of existing mature trees. On the UMass Amherst campus today, there are currently many buildings under construction, with the two most prominent being the Worcester Dining Common and the Eisenberg School of Management. Large construction projects like these often overlook tree protection, which has detrimental effects on the campus. Unless current construction techniques are changed, the campus will continue to remove valuable trees and cause architects' plans to differ from the physical campus. When constructing a building, much of the site around the building is converted into a construction zone. As shown by this map of the new Eisenberg site, only about a third of the construction area is actually designated to the building site. You should also notice that the site of the building is where the highest density of trees are. Due to construction techniques that require large movements of earth and materials, there becomes a correlation between lack of mature trees and construction sites. This correlation becomes very noticeable when looking at the South College remodel. On the older side of the building, there are two old trees that were actively protected during construction. On the side with new construction, there are no trees remaining around the building. This removal of mature trees becomes a problem because mature trees have a lot of benefits. As we all know, they absorb carbon from the environment, storing it as cellulose in their trunks, branches, and leaves through a process called sequestration. Planting trees remains one of the cheapest, most cost-effective means of cleaning nearby air. Also, they provide a great amount of water management. When it storms and rains, the trees absorb the water and protect soil from erosion by adding stability with roots. Last but not least, they provide a considerable increase in property values. In addition to being aesthetically pleasing, trees have been found to reduce human stress levels and increase health. Independent research has shown a 5 to 15% increase in property value when adding trees.
Trees have value and are an investment. Why is it then that we often ignore their value and devastate their root systems with heavy machinery and cause physical damage to the trunk and branches? Proper planning and execution of these plans can prevent these issues. The simplest measure is a tree protection zone, an area around the tree where construction activities are minimized or even forbidden. While these measures affect the time and cost of the construction process, they preserve mature trees, which are valuable assets. When remembering the value of the tree, suddenly it becomes the financially responsible thing to do. One success is the Eisenberg construction. Two nice oak trees in particular benefited from this policy, collectively valued at $50,000. In contrast, there are not currently any tree protection zones for any trees at the Worcester Dining Commons. Particularly notable is a Japanese pagoda tree, valued at about $68,000. Instead, there is major activity happening in the immediate vicinity of the tree.
Architectural diagrams often show trees in the project image, but when we look at the site once it is finished, these proposed trees are not accounted for. Looking at the design building proposal, we see a collection of large trees surrounding the building, but as we look at it post-construction, these mature trees are missing. We see the same issue with the Eisenberg building, where there are plenty of trees surrounding the plan for the building, but as the construction comes to an end, we see that although they have succeeded in protecting a few trees, the landscape does not match. Architects understand the value of mature trees, but this value gets lost during the construction process.
Trees are an asset and have value. With proper management, especially in mid-construction, more trees will survive to maturity. It is simply not enough to plant trees to replace existing ones. Young trees do not provide nearly as many benefits as mature individuals. The impacts of construction on trees is normally significant and grim, but proper practices can change this.